Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist with Camping World, and today we're going to go over the 2018 Quicksilver 8x26FB. If you're looking for a well-built quality toy hauler, this is one you definitely want to pay attention to. One of the things I really like about this floor plan is it's essentially one big open garage if you fold everything up, but once you get set up and you unload, it also is a great living space. So let's start off with the floor here, and then we'll kind of make our way up to the front. So as you'll see, the really unique thing here is you have an all aluminum floor. And even though this does give it a very garage industrial feel, this is awesome for cleanup. If you have your quads or bikes or whatever it may be and you're in here, you're working, this is super simple. You can just spray this entire floor out here. And again, if you have dirt and things, it's easy to sweep. So I like the ruggedness of the floor in the Quicksilver here. As you would expect, you also have tie downs. You have 9 tie downs throughout, which gives you a little versatility depending on what you put in here and how you tie it down. As far as garage length, from the door to the beginning of your kitchen countertop is 12 foot. On this side over here, it'll actually extend beyond that a couple of feet as well. So nice big garage space back here. If we take a look right down here, you will see you have one of 2 vents. That way you can vent out exhaust. The other one's located up front. I'll show you that one a little bit later. A couple electrical outlets back here. These are mainly used when the bed is down. This one does have the Happy Jack bed system, which I'll show you in just a minute here. But that way when the bed is down, you have some outlets there in which you can plug in. Directly behind me is your tailgate here. The tailgate is 7 foot tall or long and 8 foot wide. You'll also notice you have a party deck on here, which is awesome. You want to talk about really extending the usability of this camper and the ability to hang out. This certainly does it. Drop it down. It has cables here. You can see you have the rail system that sets up nice and quickly and easily. That way you can, be outside and party and hang out. On both sides, you have windows here in the back. You have windows kind of throughout the whole thing. The way these windows work, I can show you real quick. Essentially, you have a top shade and a bottom one. The top one will be your privacy. The bottom here is essentially a screen. They connect in the center. You can unconnect them just like so. Then this is how you open the window. You undo these 4 locks, just like that. Then you can push the window out. You'll see you have some tensioners here in which you can lock it into place. And then, again, you simply reconnect these 2, just like this. There you go, and now you have a screen. That way you can get a breeze coming in, but you don't have all the bugs. And you can do that, again, for all the windows in here. Now, I talked about the Happy Jack bed system. That is directly above me. You see that right there. This is the secondary bed in this toy hauler. You do have a primary bedroom up front, which I'll show you in a little bit. This is a power bed system. Just touch a button to have this lower right down for you. That way you can hop up there, and that's great extra sleeping there. You can easily sleep two adults up there, nice queen size bed. Moving forward a little bit further, this is the furniture as I was mentioning. So both of these seats right here fold up, as does this sofa. So these completely are out of the way. That way you can fit your toys in here, which is great. You have a table right here, which is nice too. So the cool thing about this, it's an indoor-outdoor table. If you want to take this outside, by all means you can do that. And because it's a composite, you don't have to worry about rain or anything getting on it. It won't cause any issues. Nice, comfortable seating though. This gives you a spot to eat your meals. It gives you a spot to play games, play cards. You can have people sit here along the couch and you have great conversation. It's excellent for entertaining. This also does drop down into more sleeping. So if you need to sleep some additional people here, you can accommodate them there as well. And again, windows on both sides, LED lights underneath here. You have one here, one under the table to help brighten everything up. The entire coach has LED lights, folks. This is a toy hauler. They expect you to take it places where you don't have shore power. So you want to have the LED lights because they don't put out near the heat and, much more importantly, aren't near the power drain. On both sides, right up top, you see you have good storage there. A couple of cool things when it comes to construction. You can kind of see it in here. The Quicksilver is certainly not the cheapest toy hauler out there, but a lot of it is because of the construction. You see you kind of have the aluminum fronts here, which is neat, but here's what most manufacturers don't do. Not only is the exterior of this aluminum framed, but so is the interior, folks. They want to make sure you can wash this thing out nice and easily. Your panels are azdel composite panels, which won't absorb any water. So if you want to take a spray hose and spray out this cabinet, you can do that. You're not going to damage anything. That's something you don't get in most toy haulers. Right up top, you see you have some netting here, so if you want to put helmets and things up there, you can do that. And that's nice, easy access. You'll see you have a very similar storage system right here on the other side. So you move forward a little bit further, you get into the kitchen. So we're talking about nice amenities here. Not only do you have the nice garage portion, nice seating and entertainment area, but you have a beautiful kitchen with solid surface countertops. You see you have the undermount single bowl sink here, which I think was a good idea in this floor plan because it gives you all this for prep space, and you still have the high-rise faucet, so it is a little bit easier to wash and rinse dishes. Right up here is an electrical outlet, so if you need a place to plug in a coffee maker, electric griddle, something like that, you're able to do that. You'll also see that your gen set control is there too. Window to let in some natural light, LED lighting here as well. Right over to the side, you have a 2-burner cooktop. It is recessed, so you have the glass cover here again, so you can utilize this as prep space. And when you lift that up, you see that will reveal your 2-burner cooktop. This also doubles as a backsplash here. Take a quick look underneath. Any good kitchen has to have drawer space, and look at that. You have 2 very large full extension ball bearing drawers. That way you have plenty of space for your silverware, as well as some of your larger utensils like your spoons, knives, spatulas, things like that. Your furnace is right down there. Some good storage underneath the underneath the countertop. This is probably where I'd put your pots and pans. Great storage there. And then some storage here underneath the sink. You'll see they put a shelf in there as well. So that way, again, you can kind of separate it out, put your cleaning chemicals on top. If you want to put more pots and pans down below, you can do that too. If we take a look up top here, convection microwave oven. I think it's a great choice in this floor plan. That freed up the space underneath, allowed for more storage. This is a 2-in-1. This is your microwave and your oven here. So if you want to bake, you can certainly do that in this unit. And then right over here, you see you have good pantry storage up top. Whether you want to use this for food or plates, cups, that's kind of your decision. Obviously, you can put whatever up there that you want. Now, rounding out the kitchen is actually this right over here. That is your Dometic fridge freezer combo. Again, it has the stainless front panels. You can take a look in there, see you have plenty of space, some drawers down below. This unit does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. And then right up top, you have more storage. Again, I would probably use this for pantry right here. One of the last things I do want to talk about in the living space is right over here. You'll see you have a multimedia center on this wall. This is your radio, CD, and DVD player. It controls the speakers in here as well as the speakers outside. And it is pre-wired to your TV, so if you do want to watch a DVD, you can just throw it right in there. Speaking of the TV, you'll see the big 40-inch TV right up here, right next to your other vent there. But the TV is great. You can turn that on an angle, so that way you can watch it just about anywhere in the back half of the toy hauler. So we take a look in the bathroom. You'll see right down here you have a foot flush lever toilet. That is a porcelain bowl. The great thing about porcelain, it holds up really well, and it's a lot easier to clean than its plastic counterpart. Then you'll see up to the side that this is a nice dry bath, folks. You have the toilet outside the shower, which is great, makes it easier to clean up everything. You'll see right in there you have the big hand wand. Nice tall shower too, so even if you're a tall person, you don't have to worry about feeling like you're going to hit the ceiling in here. You see you have a couple LED lights in there as well. If we take a look right across the way, you see you have a nice mirrored medicine cabinet here. Right down below that's your sink top and vanity. Look at this, folks. They even put solid surface here on your sink top in the bathroom, which I really like. You have the stainless steel bowl here as well. And then right underneath, you'll notice you have some additional storage. You also have your tank monitoring panel as well as your electrical outlet right up here. So that way it's nice and easy to monitor your battery. Your water heater is here too, as is the water pump. One thing I do want you to realize, this one, the water heater here does run off both gas and electric. You can turn both of those on at the same time for faster recovery. Now, this is the front bedroom model, as I had mentioned. The cool thing about this is a true residential 60 by 80 queen bed. So, you know, as I mentioned earlier, this is a very friendly RV for tall people. So if you're a tall person, you're sick of your feet hanging off, you don't have to worry about it in here. It is nice and long, just like you would have at home. You have windows in both the front and the back there, same style windows that we've seen before. I'll open this up for you. You'll see right in here, you have nice wardrobe hanging space there. And then right underneath, you notice you have your electrical outlet, as well as a nice nightstand. You see you have plenty of storage right underneath that. If we take a look at the foot of the bed here, you'll notice you have a second wardrobe. So you do have 2 wardrobes in here, which is great. Plenty of space to hang stuff up. Lots of LED lights going across the top. TV hookups right here if you do want a TV in the bedroom. And lastly, you'll see your max air fan right here. Cool thing about this is if you don't want to run the AC, you can open up some windows, turn that on. You'll get awesome airflow through here. And that has a rain sensor. So if it starts to rain, it'll automatically close down for you. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a quick look at some of the outside features on the Quicksilver 8.5x26. Starting right up front here is your power tongue jack. You'd expect this on a nice high-end toy hauler. This makes it nice and easy to connect and disconnect your tow vehicle. Simply flip the switch here to raise and lower the tongue, and then you have a light right underneath, so you have some extra visibility at night. Right behind that, you have your 2 20-pound propane tanks with a cover. Super easy to get to those. Just undo these 2 thumb screws, lift it up, and then you are down and into your tanks. Now, right behind that, you'll see rails here for your battery. Notice it's wide enough. You can easily fit 2 batteries here again because they do expect you to do a lot of boondocking. Now, one of the things you don't see very often is this right here, and that is the aluminum frame. This is one of my favorite parts about the Quicksilver is the aluminum frame, and it's for a couple different reasons. One, it still has the great structure and rigidity that you need in an RV. 2, this doesn't rust, folks. You know, you start to look at some of your older campers, and I talk about rust on the frame, and you see where they get beat up, especially if you're going through any snowy or salty regions. The aluminum won't rust. And the third thing I love about it is this really lightens up this toy hauler. And that's a big deal. You start putting toys in here, it starts getting heavy. You still have high carrying capacity on these, and the aluminum frame will generally make something like this somewhere between 1,500 to 2,000 pounds lighter than a lot of the competition out there. So very cool. Coming right up the front, as you'd expect, you have the black diamond plating there to help protect the front end from some of those rocks and debris that get thrown up by your tow vehicle. And then on the front as well as on the side, you have painted aluminum exterior. This is an upgraded aluminum than what you normally see on aluminum travel trailers. You know, usually you have the couple sheets with the ridges that go across. Not the case here. You essentially have 2 sheets that are built on, and this is painted. So again, you don't have to worry about this getting beat up and looking bad. Now, you do have options. If you want fiberglass instead of the painted aluminum, you can have that on the exterior as well. The pass-through here is magnetic, which is great. Just put the door up, locks right up in place. And if you take a look inside, you will see the pass-through again. Because you have the aluminum flooring here, this is super easy to clean out, folks. Take a hose, take a power washer. You can spray it all right out. This front, again, is that azdel composite panel, so that will not absorb moisture either. And you have a slam latch baggage door. Just slam it shut, stays in place, covered hinge there, so you don't have rust coming down the door either. So we take a step back a little bit further. You'll notice this one does have the power awning. Nice big power awning there. Touch a button to have that roll out. Same thing to go right back in. It does have an LED light strip there as well. That way you can have light at night. Just flip of a switch rather than having to get up there and hang up your own lights. We saw the windows when we were inside and how those operated. They are, essentially an acrylic window. But again, that helps lighten up the coach. Makes it a little bit lighter weight, which is nice. Right over here you see TV connections. If you want an outside TV, electrical outlet right there, cable outlet right next to it, and as you'd expect, that is underneath your power awning. This is your entrance right here. Foldable easy grab handle as well as 2 foldable aluminum steps. Nice sturdy steps on there. They of course are welded to the frame, but the steps here are also, again, aluminum, so those won't rust. You have the grip tape on there. That in conjunction with this grab handle here will ensure you have easy entrance and exit from the coach. Aluminum alloy wheels, they look great. You know, and you kind of hear me, it's like I'm beating a dead horse here. They don't rust on you. That's nice to have. Nitrogen-filled tires. That way, hopefully, they hold that pressure for a longer period of time. That's always an important thing, especially in a toy hauler, folks. With any RV, you always want to check your tire pressure before any trip. But again, especially with the toy hauler, you're putting a lot of weight back there. You want to make sure you're running the proper tire pressures. Last thing I want to talk about, if you're on this side, if you take a look underneath the awning, you will see those two outside speakers. And as I had mentioned, those are controlled by that multimedia center inside, but that unit is Bluetooth capable. Right here on the back, of course, is your ramp door. The thing I love about Quicksilver, it's a super easy system. You do have locks on here in case you want to lock it up, but normally for normal operation, you simply lift this up, turn it to the side. You'll do the same thing on the other side, and that will allow your ramp to drop down. The cool thing about it is super easy to drop down and pick back up thanks to the helper springs you have all along the bottom here. You'll also see right down below, you have a spare tire. Hopefully you never have to use it, but in the event that you do, it's a nice peace of mind knowing that it's riding right back there for you. Right over here on the off-door side is a 30-gallon fuel pump station. You'll see you open this control up, it'll tell you how full it is right there, your on-off switch for the pump. Right next to that is your fuel fill itself, and then down below is where your nozzle will be housed. If we make our way up a little bit further here, fresh water inlet, in case you want to fill your fresh tanks. Again, if you're doing the boondocking, you have a 63-gallon fresh tank there. Solar prep right up top here. Cable inlet, as well as your 50-amp detachable power cord will plug right into there. Outside shower with both hot and cold water access, city water inlet, and a black tank flush, which makes it nice and easy to wash out the black tank. Last thing I want to point out is right up here. Cool thing about this is this whole compartment is already prepped for a generator. As it stands right now, this is great usable storage, but in the event that you want a generator, literally all you have to do is take this piece right out. You'll see everything right there is already cut for you, so that way it's a lot easier to have installed. All right, folks, that wraps it up for the 2018 Quicksilver 8.5x26FB. This one does have different color exteriors, so if you want a different color option, you can get a red or blue rather than the silver. You have the choices on the side, whether you want the aluminum like this one has or fiberglass. And if you want softer interior looks, you can get things like linoleum to cover up the floor as well. If you're interested in this RV and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.